Hi guys, welcome to yet another episode with me, Riaan, and I'm super excited to be doing today's episode because as you can see, I'm in the company of this absolute beauty. The Land Rover Defender is now in India and I'm giving you a first look. Now the Land Rover Defender needs no introduction because it's been around for 70 years and it's possibly one of the most iconic cars in history. Everyone from Queen Elizabeth to like every possible big personality in Europe has been at some point spotted driving the Defender. Interestingly enough, this is the original Land Rover because it was designed to rove the land when it was designed 70 years ago. Why is this so interesting for me? Because the guys at Jaguar Land Rover have had to redesign and reinvent this historic vehicle and put it into a completely new modern 2020 edition which we see right now. So how do you take a product that is so historic and make it so modern? Let's go inside and see. Also, just to let you know, this is possibly one of the most technologically advanced SUVs around in the market right now. I went in earlier and I checked out the technology inside and it's absolutely amazing. So I'm going to show you what I see inside. In the meanwhile, there are definitely bits of nostalgia. If you are a Defender fan or a Defender geek, you will definitely see elements of design that really kind of are inspired from the original. So the original Land Rover Defenders were made, which were built in 1948, were made of aluminium and were designed to take on any kind of territory, and that's pretty much the same today except that it's packed with a lot of technology. So let's have a look at what we've got. First of all, I'm totally digging these 20-inch wheels. They are absolutely amazing, and just to give you an idea of just how tall it stands, so I am 5 feet 9 inches and this is how high it is, okay? So the best part about the new Land Rover Defender is that it's so highly customizable. So especially for the luxury consumer that's actually buying these, you can literally customize it to no limit, okay? So what I've got here is this lovely matte version and this black detailing, the black pack. So they've got the black badging, the black logos, elements right here on the headlights, and of course I'm absolutely feeling this little black design element on the bonnet as well. So the first thing we need to talk about is the design in general. So if you look at the new Defender, it retains all the old traces or the old design cues of the original one. For example, it still has this very strong horizontal and vertical kind of design element and this very strong presence. It's got a lovely, beautiful, strong shoulder line and waistline. This is something that is really interesting. It's called the Alpine light, you know. So this is a window that is on top. So if you're in the back seat or right at the back of the car, there's a glass like on top of it, so you can see through, and that was there in the original as well. And this very nice strong rear end as well, vertical. So I just got into the cabin of the Defender, and the first impression, as you would expect, is that it's super spacious, very luxurious feel. There's a lot of room inside. I feel very comfortable inside. So the first thing that strikes me is that this would be really nice for a big family because there's so much room in it. And while the interiors are so luxurious, I still get that element of the outdoors, that whole rugged SUV kind of vibe that is the DNA of the Defender. I can see it, I can feel it throughout the car. Okay, so let's talk about the interiors because as you know, I love talking about car interiors. The first thing that strikes me is the design, that it's so solid and horizontal. Like this big center panel right here is really giving me a sense of space. I really love this little storage area. So if you look at the original Defenders, you might have seen that little panel, you know, where you put your stuff for your maps or anything. So I think this is a nice nostalgic touch in my opinion, of course, with these beautiful design elements right here. So the guys at JLR say that this is the most technologically advanced SUV out there, and I can see why, because first of all, and what I really love making cars really relevant is that there are charger points all over this car. So even in the back seat there are like a bunch of USBs and sockets. So I've got a USB right here for the passenger, I've got one here, I've got one here, socket. So that's really interesting, a little place to keep my keys, plenty of storage area for the phone, nice storage area here as well. including an ice box right here. I love the design of the door. It's got this very cool rugged vibe. I love these big screws that are here and this nice matte design. Let me just show you what I've got on the door panel right here. So obviously a lock, unlock, there's a Meridian sound system. I love the Meridian sound system, your window controls, mirror controls. But what is right here is the clear exit monitor. So this is an indicator if there's a car or a motorbike that it senses that it's approaching you above 30 kmph. There's an indicator that tells you that don't open the door. There could be like a collision. So that's a really practical indicator, especially in a city like Mumbai. Now I want to show you the PV Pro infotainment system. It's really cool and I love the interface. I've been checking it out. It's really easy to look through. So I'm going to just show you how it works. So guys, I want to show you the PV Pro touchscreen. This is the infotainment system right here on the Defender, and I think it's really cool because it's this nice, simple touchscreen with great responsiveness, and I love the interface. So we've got, let me show you what I've got. I've got the navigation. Okay, so I've got the navigation obviously, then I go back to home, we've got the media. Now what's really interesting is that in the media, I don't really need to go into media. I mean, for detailed navigation of the media, I can go in, but otherwise I've got the FM option here, the volume option here, and the favorites. Okay, and I can even like select the source right here within one touch. Connect phone. Okay, let's talk about the slope assist. The slope assist is really nice. So you've got, especially if you are off-roading, you can keep this display on. So it's got your altitude, it's got your bearing. Now this is the weight sensing. I'm going to show you this. So this is really cool, especially if you are off-roading and going through water. And this control is to be used. So if you want to increase or reduce the height of the car with the air suspension, so at one touch, it goes up, all the way up, and if I bring it down, as you can see, the height of the car is increasing. I can actually feel it going all the way, lowering vehicle height. Okay, and finally, if I put it all the way up, it goes up into the SUV mode, so the height of the car is really increased. Okay, let's go and see the other options. I've got the wheel info, I've got a compass. The compass is really cool. We've got the bearing right here. And finally, the driving style. I think this is really interesting, the driving style, because it shows you every time you start, it shows you how you've been braking, how you've been accelerating, okay? And it gives you a driving score. It gives you a driving score to show how energy efficient you have been. And what's interesting also, if you have a driver and you need to check how he's been driving your car, you can go into history and you can check the driving style of the car, which is really interesting. I like that. Most importantly, you can even customize the way it looks. So you can actually have it like this. App tiles. So guys, I have to show you this. This is the clear sight rear view mirror. Okay, so right now I can see the rear view mirror, but suppose I'm traveling a long distance and I've got tons of luggage parked and it's blocking my view. All I need to do is flip the switch and I get a camera at the back which shows me the exact same thing. So it's really easy to do. I just love this feature. So guys, I have to show you this 12-inch TFT display. Okay, what is really nice, as I mentioned to you earlier, is about how customizable it is. Okay, so I am going to now customize the way my display looks. So I've got the left info panel, the right info panel, and the layout. So let's go into the layout option. Okay, so I've got 1 dial, 2 dial. Okay, so let's do 2 dial. So I can choose either a 2 dial layout, a 1 dial layout, a full map, media, or driver assistance. Okay, so let me try the 2 dial. Okay, so this is what I've got. Okay, then let me try the full map. Oh, this is pretty epic. I like this a lot. So I think personally I would prefer to have the 2 dial. Media, so if you want to try the media, I have chosen the driver assistance view. Once again, I'm going to try and customize it. So you've literally got all the content right here on display, which I'm literally navigating with just my thumb. Media, audio source, show warnings, tire information, layout. I really like this layout. I think for every drive, depending on where you're going, whether you're driving in the city or whether you're off-roading, you can customize your dial, which I think is really cool. What else is on the steering wheel? You've got your voice control here, you've got your volume, this is a heated steering, and you've got your speed limiter, of course. I'm going to press this button to choose the different terrain response, and I use this indicator to see it. It shows it to me right here on the screen. So I've got comfort, grass, gravel, snow, mud ruts, sand, rock crawl, wade, and something that you can configure entirely. Finally, I'm going to show you the parking camera. It's a 360-degree camera, so with all these really cool indicators. I think this is really nice, especially if you're in a city like Bombay where you've got all these tight spaces to park. So even the camera has 3 modes. So the on-road, which I just showed you, the off-road. So this is when you're off-roading, you can see this, and you can do the clear side view also. Okay, so this really gives you a great perspective if you are off-roading, and of course if you're towing as well, but of course we can't tow. So this is really cool. It's now time to check out the back of the car. First of all, the spare wheel is so big and heavy. Oh my god. Okay, let's open this and see. This is the back of the car. There are 2 seats in case your kids want to travel at the back. If you need extra storage space for your luggage, all you need to do is so I've got a lot of space right here. Okay, and the next thing, if you put in a lot of luggage, and you need to cover it, so we've got this nice little cover for the luggage. Okay, what's really interesting, guys, I'm going to take this out again. What's really interesting is that in case your kids are sitting in the car, as I mentioned to you, this car is all about connectivity. There's a USB port here, so that means if you have to watch stuff on your iPad or charge your phone, you can do it all the way in the back as well. Guys, I need to show you one more cool feature. In case your car breaks down in the middle of the road and you need to put up a caution cone here, but you've got all the luggage in there and you don't want to take out everything, do not worry. There's a caution cone right here, which you open and you set up in front of your car if you're in the middle of the road. Guys, I hope you liked this first look at the Land Rover Defender. I absolutely loved spending time with it this morning and giving you a first glimpse. Do leave me a comment if you liked anything or any recommendations, suggestions or feedback. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more videos until the next time, until our next car video. Looking forward to chatting with you soon.